Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today I shall be attempting to take this Sight Hut truck from shabby to shiny. Now this one I received in an unboxing, which if you do hang around to the end of the video, you'll see the full unboxing, and it's by Steve Miller over from Switzerland, and yeah, super appreciate everything that's in that unboxing. It's a huge unboxing. There's cars, there's memorabilia from both Switzerland and the USA. So yeah, don't miss it. But this car, or this truck even, was part of that unboxing. And you know, I was kind of putting things away and putting things in their own little homes around the Matchbox Garage area. And this one spoke to me and it said, please restore me today. And with 2,000 likes, it could be yours. But yeah, looking at it, it still rolls, considering it's covered in who knows how many years worth of dirt. But underneath, she does read, made in England by Lesney, Matchbox Series No. 60 Sight Hut truck. And you can see that I have removed the flange, but not knowing how thick the base is, I didn't want to drill through. So for now, and well, to be honest, I continued, and this one's going to go back together with some UV plastic. But yeah, plastic base on this one. And as you can see, just trying to remove this wheel retaining piece. Try not to break it. And I actually manage at this point to put a little crack in there. So of course, knowing this is not going to come off, I think the head was still just a little bit too big. So rather than, of course, breaking it, or at least breaking it any further, I thought let's just grab a drill bit and we'll take off the head of that just that little bit further. And that'll do the job. So here's that little piece. You can just about see, I think, that little crack in there. Of course, it doesn't hold us up. But yeah, if you have a look inside the kind of cab section there, the dirt, the mud. You know, I'm sure this child that played with this, who knows, 40, 50 years ago, had probably a great old time in his back garden, driving it all over those little mud hills. But I tell you what, I think this mud almost preserved parts of it. That window section comes out lovely. But yeah, I'm going to hoover up this dirt. I don't know what's in there. Hopefully not the coronavirus. I don't want to joke about that. That's pretty scary at the moment. But yeah, we've got the casting here in the foot-long hot dog jar, covered in boiling water. And I just plonked a tablespoon of caustic soda there. Straight away, all that dried on mud that come off, and now it's working on the paint. You can actually see, I think I just had to move my hand there, the water, super hot. But yeah, you can probably see the blue certainly a lot more clear now. But in the bottom of that jar, you'll start to see that paint is coming off. This one wasn't a slow one. You can see the flaps, nice blue flaps on the back of there, and there's a nice little stringy bit of paint. So we continue with the swishy swish, and I was just about to kind of move it off, but now, well, actually it had kind of gone all creamy, so we'll leave that to one side whilst we put all these plastic pieces into some warm water. And look at that, marvellous. Needs a bit of a polish, but otherwise really happy with that window section. And there's the retaining piece inside. That'll just stay as it is. And then, to be honest, this base come up really good. Yeah, it's missing a bit of chrome on the front bumper, but underneath, I'm not going to do anything further on that. I'm just going to polish it up. The wheels, of course, they'll get cleaned up. Needs to have some of that rusty kind of residue there removed. But after polishing the windscreen there, or the windshield, depending on where you're from in the world, that looks pretty good. And yeah, here's the base. So I've added the little bit of chrome back to the front end and cleaned up those wheels. I used some a little bit of black paint with some clear paint, and obviously chrome on those axle ends. But that's ready to go back on later. And here it is. I think all that paint has gone. I'd call that 100% paint removal today. Very exciting. And after polishing, we're going to use the Tamiya Fine Surface Primer. I think you'll agree that looks pretty good, considering how it was looking probably just an hour or so before. Quite a lot of angles and nooks and crannies to fill in on this little pickup. Is it a pickup? Is it a van? Is it a truck? Adding a little bit extra primer on there, almost like a filler. You know, all those years, a little bit of imperfection on that metal, but hey, it's a work truck after all. But we're going to be going with the basic blue from the Viejo premium range. So this is an airbrush paint, goes straight into the airbrush. No mixing or thinning required. It was rather seamless, the transition there between the primer and the colour here. Rest assured, there was probably around a 20-minute dry time before going with this colour today. And then, if I remember rightly, I went with 3 coats of paint with around a 10-minute flash off time in between each coat. After this dries, I go with some clear coat just to get it shiny. But yeah, do remember, with 2,000 likes, it could be yours. And subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, it's the following day. So we know what this base looks like. It looks nice and clean. Re-chrome. Kind of repaint on those wheels, and she drives nicely again. That little retaining piece and the windscreen there. But yeah, really happy with the way this turned out. Looking lovely and shiny, ready to be put back together. But as a little reminder of what she looks like. So this is the result. It's a simple, bog standard restoration today. No restoration plus, no custom. I just wanted to try and get it out as near to original as possible. Perhaps it's a little bit lighter on the blue, but I'm okay with that. and then I thought I had the turntable there going the right way. Never mind. This is now with the actual sight hut, which I have in my collection already. The yellow part of the hut is fine. The kind of roof there is no good, but you know, just for show, it looks pretty good. And should it reach 2,000 likes, the hut will be supplied as well. But anyway, let me thank my amazing patrons, including Steve Miller. And thank you guys for watching. Hang around for the unboxing coming up next. Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today we have an unboxing. This is from, again, our friend Stefan Muller of Switzerland, or Steve Miller, I think he prefers to be known. But we have, quite excitingly, 16 small toy cars plus one lot of merchandise, so that'll be interesting to see what we've got today. I've kind of pre-cut it so I don't cut my finger off, but indeed we have a note, and before I look at that note, look at how well packed this is. This is beautiful. Let me just pop this out of the way for a second and see what this reads. Dear Rob, I think that's better there. Thanks again for a nice chat a few days ago. Yeah, we have a chat on the Facebook. I always find it well, great to speak to everybody, but yeah, Steve is an interesting character from Switzerland. One day I would love to go there. I was actually saying to him, like, unfortunately I couldn't find the picture, but was visiting a friend in Lake Como, and from Lake Como you can see the Swiss Alps, and in the background I kind of had myself leaning up against the lake, you know, I guess like a fence with a lake behind me, and then the Swiss Alps beyond that. It was a beautiful picture, but yeah, I couldn't find it to send to him. But anyway, here are some more goodies for you and your kids maybe. I had more than 25 cars in the last 17 years, so he's done pretty well. He's about a third of where I am in about the same amount of time, but still, 25 is a lot. Yeah, some highlights on the pictures on the second page of this letter. Can you recognise every car? Well, I'll certainly have a go. Let me explain some of the items in this package. The Ford Transit kiosk was only available in Switzerland back in the 80s, and they are very rare. I think it's in good hands on your collection. Thank you very much. The blue Countach. Of course, I've just done a Countach recently, so was a victim of a real train almost 25 years ago. I think even you will struggle with restoring this one, right? But we'll take a look. If it certainly was run over by a real train, I think even my limited skills, yeah, I think we'll struggle with that, but we'll have a look. The Mazda Rx-7, which is a 143 scale, is from the Italian manufacturer Barago. I think I've only got, I want to say, out of my couple of thousand cars, I think I might only have one other Barago, and maybe a good base for a custom. Well, the Mazda Rx-7 is one of my favourite cars. Of course, it depends whether it's an FC or an FD. I personally prefer the FD shape, which is from the 90s and going into the early 2000s, I think. But anyway, what with the rotary engine, or the Wankel engine. But anyway, there are some magnets from Rockauto. This is a very huge parts dealer in the USA, and we order almost everything for our Firebirds and Camaros there. That's cool. With every order we get a magnet with a car of a customer. We have more than 30 pieces, so I send you the doubles. I really appreciate that. In fact, on my fridge down in my kitchen, I have kind of magnets from all over the world. You know, when people, friends, family, they visit places, I always say, bring me back a magnet, you know. And so yeah, it looks like, if you look at my fridge, I've been to everywhere, but really I haven't stepped out of Europe. But you know, one day. Also, there's a Renault R18 I found on an internet auction, brand new and from a company from Spain I've never heard of. I hope you enjoy it, so that'll be interesting to see that. And the last special thing is the Matchbox stretch limousine from the Connectable series. This limo I had as a kid, and the Volkswagen Bug's rear half is also there, but the front part is missing. Well, that might be interesting. I remember being a kid and seeing a trike, and it had the Volkswagen Beetle rear end with a motorcycle front end, so you never know, could be something there. I hope you have fun with these cars and the other few things. Not all from my personal childhood, but anyway, some cool stuff. Best wishes, and hope to talk with you again soon. Steve Miller of Switzerland. And how cool is that bit of art? That is a beautiful, I'm assuming that's a Firebird. Let's have a look at these cars of Steve's history. So, the first one, that is a Mitsubishi, and I think that is a Mitsubishi Colt, but a four-door version. Might be a Mirage, perhaps in different countries. Of course, we have the Bmw E30. I'm going to guess that's a... Well, the one to have is the 325i. I don't know, that could be a 325, maybe a 320. The Honda CRX, that'll be the CRX 16 valve, which I have owned. I've had a red one, and I had a CRX VTEC of silver. Of course, we've got the Ford Sierra in the estate, very cool. Got an Audi Coupe, so I think it's an Audi 80 Coupe, I think, something like that. And then another Audi, I want to call that the Audi 90 or 100. Now we're talking. So this, I think, oh, this is actually his daily driver since 2017. Is that a Toyota Hilux? The double cab, beautiful. I fancy something like this myself, to be honest. Oh, that's an old one, and that's a tough one. I think that's American. Not having, you know, the kind of classic American cars in the UK, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go with an old Oldsmobile. But yeah, certainly let me know. But yeah, great little collection of cars there. I think if I was to take one today, well, this one, of course, for my daily driver. Out of maybe the BMW or the CRX for the weekend, I'm going to go with a BMW. But that letter will be going up on my wall. So let's have a little look, see what we've got in the box. First thing that I can grab is this. Okay, so it's one of those. Oh, that's in good condition. I've got a few of these, but they're all missing this window section. Look how flimsy it is. And of course you can understand how and why those get broken off. I've got different kind of colours. I don't think I've got this one. I think the others I've got an orange. Trying to look around. Yeah, I can see from here I've got two orange ones, but one light orange and one dark orange. So this is different, so that's very nice. Let me take out this packaging here. Ah, this is cool. So the little trees, I guess my favourite are the yellow ones, which is vanilla. My wife's favourite are the black ones, which is the cool ice, and I've never seen this one before. Of course, you know, if you're going to have an American car like what Steve does, you know, hanging one of these off of the rear view mirror, well, that's just you know, you need that, right? I wonder how it smells. I'm not going to open it in here, but come tomorrow, this will be in my car. So let me just move this out of the way a little bit. Very importantly, I don't want to knock over my cup of tea. Yeah, that's good. So this is, oh, a local store. That's a nice bag. Now, I kind of, I don't really know the language of Switzerland. I'm assuming it's Swiss. I do apologise for not knowing that information. This to me looks like it's kind of German. I have no idea what it says or what it means, but I will attempt some pronunciation. Aus Liebe zum Dorf, wo man lieber einen Superladen hat als einen Supermarket. I think you'll find that is probably perfect. But that is a very cool bag, and I'm going to be keeping that. What I will use it for, I don't know, but I really do like that. And if anyone can actually translate that for me, I hope it's not offensive. I'm assuming it's just a local supermarket and a very local newspaper. Wow. Niederamte Ans. Something like that. Number 10. I'll have a flick through this later on, see if there's anything there that I can... oh, I recognise this name, Schenker, which is German. I wonder if this... Does it speak German in Switzerland? All these look like German words to me. I guess I will soon find out, right? But yeah, if it's not German, then it's very German-esque. But that give me some nighttime viewing. Right, on to some cars. I think there was quite a few in here. So this is different. What is that? That is super cool. So that's a Mira Renault 18 GTS made in Spain. I think like Steve, yeah, I'd not heard of this brand either. But that is beautiful. Other than the stickers, I'd be tempted to just remove those. They look like they come off quite easy. But I'd be tempted to remove those because that would look beautiful just as it is. So I'll think about that. And that's got its little plinth there. And that's going to go nicely in my little display cabinet. So here we have a... doesn't actually say what it is. It's a Chinese made, but that's quite interesting. Little pickup truck. I think it's like a generic pickup truck. That's pretty cool. I've got the so this is the Ford Transit with the kiosk. So this is the specific to the Switzerland. So that's very cool. In my I've got a whole box of, I need to do something with them really, just to try and display them somewhat. But I've got a whole box of, carded cars. Yeah, I need to figure out what to do with those. We've got the 78 Dodge Monaco. That's very nice. Highway Patrol. And in fact, I've done a couple of sheriff cars recently. And they're very similar to that actually, but lovely little carded piece there. Oh wow. Got a Matchbox catalogue. I've got quite a few of these now, but from 1987. I won't go through the whole lot, but from the first page, got. I don't have that variation of Porsche 995. Got, not in Matchbox though, but in Corgi. Not really too sure about that one. Don't think I've got that. Don't think I've got that. I think I've got that. Got. Don't think I've got that. Don't think. Yep. I've got a few of those. No. Yep. No. Yep. So yeah, I've got quite a few of those, but that's very cool. So I can have a look through that. Oh wow, look at this. That is beautiful. That's in almost brand new condition, 1982. May, imagine that being your actual number plate or license plate. That is going to take pride of place on my wall. Oh, look at this. Hey, let me. I'm going to pour out a few bits because there's a few like small. So here we have some goms. Fragile. Frey, I'm going to say is strawberry. No, maybe not. Is that a strawberry? I think it is, yeah. So certainly my children will have a good go on those. Some more gummies. Yeah, at least they got a packet each, there's no fighting. And then some spearmint, Stimorol. Some chewing gum, so that's very nice. So there we have one of, I wonder if, let me just check, I do have a metal, but I'm talking about putting them downstairs on the fridge, but let me see. Oh, these are the other ones. Oh, they're cool. Oh, there's a few there. So you got the Nash, a Chrysler, you got the, that's a Mazda 6 MPS, 4-wheel drive they are, 2.3 turbos, I think about 250 horsepower, I'm considering one of those. An old Caddy, an old Triumph Spitfire, I think that is, there's the old Audi, and of course we've got the Corvette and Impala. Look at that, that is a beautiful. Let me just have a quick look to see whether these go on. I've got like a metal filing thing here. Yeah. Okay, so indeed they do go on this like metal set of drawers that I have, so I can actually keep them up here with me and not share them with the rest of the family. You know, they can just share the sweets or the candies. Oh, this is a lovely book. This is, well, this will be some great nighttime reading. American Car, Flamen. Oh, that's the new Corvette. Mid-engine Corvette. What do you think about that? Very different. I, for one, think it is absolutely beautiful. We've got plenty of, I'd like to say reading, but of course, for me, considering the language in here, just a lot of picture looking. Oh, look at that. I even mentioned earlier on, that's almost identical to the one I just done a few videos ago. But yeah, that will be some nighttime reading-ish soon. This is very cool. We have the American flag, a huge one, made in China. But this is a huge flag, and this will, do you know what I'm going to do? I've actually, I'm going to kind of redo my number plates or license plates, American license plates. I think perhaps what I'll do is I'll maybe put this up first and then put the license plates over it. I think that would be quite cool. But yeah, that will be going up on my wall. And we have a couple of stickers here. So, which way around do they go? Must be this way, right? I don't recognise the emblem, but I've got stickers in various places around my room here, so they'll be going up shortly. We have Müller Informatik, PC Müller. And actually I did need a new pen, so that is come in handy. And then we have now a few bits and pieces. Let's see what we got. Wow, that's crusty. This is a sight truck, yeah, a sight truck, and actually, where is it? Oh, there it is. So, in slightly better condition, along with the actual hut. So up a kind of before and after, so that's very cool. It feels like Christmas morning. Oh, that's pretty funky. This is a Mattel, or it is Hot Wheels. Yeah, it's a Hot Wheels, of course. So this is the kind of thing that my children love to play with. So they'll be grabbing that off of me, I'm sure. This is a Motor Max, yeah. And I guess this is the naughty one. And he's going to go and chase it. I'm not too sure what car that is. I think that's just like a made up one, but very cool. The kids will love that. This is that Bmw, the Mazda Rx-7. So it's a slightly larger scale. It's a shame we've got a crack in the rear windshield or the rear window. But otherwise, a very lovely design. This is the FC model. So the earlier kind of 80s version. Oh, that's the back end of that bug. Yeah. Not too sure what to do with that. Is that Matchbox? Looking at those wheels, it's kind of Matchbox design wheels, but obviously a lot of other countries, China especially, copied the design. But yeah, imagine maybe a bike front end. We've got some nice ones here. First off, yeah, so a plastic base. This is a Summer, and this is the Lamborghini Countach that Steve mentions, and yeah, I think that one is too far gone. Look at that. I think what it will be good for is maybe a crash diorama though. You know, looks like the kind of thing that's flipped over 10 times, finally landed, but yeah, the local sheriff department there finding it. Yeah, that one's going to be for a crash diorama, that one. That's interesting. It's kind of, part of me says this brings back a memory. So, right, yeah, this must be Matchbox. This is Matchbox, and you pull it apart and you can attach it. I remember this now. I remember this as a kid. I had this as a kid back in the 80s. Wow. Connectables. Yeah, I totally forgot about these. Just a standard one there. That is super cool. Yeah, that brings back some memories indeed. I love that. That is lovely. And indeed, different back. I can remember changing up all the different cars. I'll have to try and do a bit of research to see what one I had. I don't remember having a limo. I don't remember having the Volkswagen Beetle, but I just remember kind of 30 years ago taking these apart and putting them back together and creating different cars. Yeah, that's pretty special, that. So here we have a Corgi. This is a Porsche. It would have been a 911 base, very heavily modified. Well, that's pretty nice. It says a modern Hot Wheels. Pretty funky. It's these kind of cars that my children love to play with. And even better, one each, no fighting. Oh, that is nice. So this is a Di Tommaso Mangusta. Unfortunately, it's got a little crack in the windscreen there, but that is a lovely looking car. It's not in bad condition either. It's a shame in a way. If it was in worse condition, it would have justified restoring it. But because it's quite nice, I kind of want to leave it as it is. And then there's these two. That's pretty special, that one. Let me have a look at this one first. So it's a Majorette BMW 325i, as I mentioned earlier on. Unfortunately, you've got like a bit of a break in the front bumper there. Opening doors. Certainly looks odd. I think it's been stood on perhaps, or something's going on with it, but if I can find another one perhaps, or maybe this is restorable, but I've not seen one of these in Majorette before, and I certainly would like to restore one. But this is special, this one. Looks like it's already been drilled out. So this is a Siku, German of course, made in West Germany. It's a Camaro Z28, or to my American friends, the Camaro Z28. It's got some lovely detail to it. Of course, it's been taped back on, otherwise it would just fall out. It's a real shame it's got a crack in that rear window. That is a real shame. That is beautiful. But anyway, Steve, thank you very much. That is a just unbelievable collection. I don't know where to start with it, to be honest. There's a lot here that I'm gonna just work my way through, organising, placing stickers around, placing the magnets around, eating, writing. Yeah, that was great, mate. Thank you very much. I know we was talking about, was we talking about? No, I think it was a different car. Something, I just really want to do that car, but that rear window is a real shame. I don't know. Maybe we can. another time. But anyway, Steve, I shan't ramble on any further. I think this video is already half an hour long. Thank you very much for everything. I appreciate it, mate, and I'll see you all on the next one soon.